You know, a lot of people, we all sit there and, you know, oh yeah, I want to shoot. The flags are all red. I'm waiting for all the red. Well, the red comes, but it's blowing like hell. You may have a condition that the wind dies, but you've got 2 flags are red, 2 flags are green, and another flag red and green. It's mishmash of flags. And you're thinking, oh, I don't want to shoot that. That's bad. Even though the tails are touching the ground. A lot of times, the condition we ignore, especially on a windy day, can be the best condition ever. Real quick story, shoot at Chippewa near Kelby's, near Akron, and it is a squirrely range. Very rarely is it honest where everything flows through the whole 200 yards. My son wanted to come and shoot a bench rest match. He had shown up. I had already had 1 rest with me. I didn't have 2 rests. So I told my son, I said, all right, at 200 yards, I'll shoot my group in the first 30 seconds, and then I move my rest over and allow you to shoot your group. You'll have 6.5 minutes. I'll take whatever that condition is. And at Chippewa, I would never shoot that mishmash condition. But this was one of those aha learning moments. All right, so I plop down. They say, you know, commence fire. Here's this Chippewa red-green mishmash condition. I wanted to give my son plenty of time, get my group done, and I shoot a mid-3 at 200 yards. And I'm like, I never would have shot this condition because I wanted to see flow. Thought, well, I just blew it off, let my son shoot to the group. Same thing, next match, the first 30 seconds, get this mishmash of soft condition, red-green, but it's soft, but normally I wouldn't have shot it. Shoot another 3. I'm like, this condition might be something to it. Long story short, when it's been windy out, and you'll find times that even though the flags might be different color, if the tails are on the ground, it can't hurt you. Even though the colors are different and you see that, maybe try 2 sighters or a sighter. And that's another thing, guys. Don't shoot groups on your sighter. At some point, you've got to go to the record. When you sit down and you say, okay, that's the condition I want, left to right, right to left, headwind, tailwind, whatever it is, if you shoot a sighter and it hits approximately where you expect it, don't keep shooting more shots and shooting group. Go up to the record and start your group. Too many times people are shooting great groups on the sighter because they don't trust the load. But if your shot hits where it should, go upstairs, okay? Now, last thing, there's 8 different wind conditions that I pay attention to. I guess I can do it here. You've got a 6 o'clock tailwind, okay? You've got a 12 o'clock headwind. You have quartering full value from 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And then you've got a 4:30, 7:30, 10:30, and 1:30. You don't have to get granular and really look at things maybe more fine than that. If your rifle is tuned, just try to pick 1:30, 3 o'clock, 4:30, 6 o'clock, 7:30, 9 o'clock, 10:30. As your skill develops, you might want to look at maybe 11 o'clock, okay? But really, those are the 8 different wind angles that I pay attention to. A couple last things before we close. If you get a condition and it's windy out, and all the flags look like they are, I'm sorry to, I'll give you this back. Oh, giving away your pen. If you're sitting there and it's windy, but you find all the flags are at 10 o'clock condition, they all line up, that 90% of the time is in excellent condition. Wind can be blowing like hell, but if all the flags at 200 or 100 yards are in that same angle, try shooting a couple sighters. I think you'll be really surprised on how good of a condition that is. Don't ignore that. That's good. Another thing is that we've all been there, 100 yards, you got 4 shots, maybe in a 0, you're trying to get that last shot in, you're excited, you get on that trigger a little bit hard, where does that last shot go? goes down because you're pulling down on it. Here's what I do. If I get the chance where I've got a really good group going, yeah, I'm going to try to, of course, we all try to make sure that we're on the gun properly and squeezing the trigger and not coming off the gun while we're pulling on the trigger. But aim slightly higher on your record target. Give yourself half a bullet, knowing that you may be pulling on that trigger, especially if you're shooting quick. More times than not, you'll find that shot is going in the group instead of going high. Just something to be aware of, especially if you're one that you get nervous like I do. I've got a good group going and I'm getting hard on that trigger. You give yourself a little insurance factor that way.